Welcome to Spintra's Media. My name is Ibrahim. I'm a food and product photographer. Let's learn 7 tricks which is going to make your Lightroom work like supersonic. Also, I'm going to combine all the tricks into a workflow at the end of video, so stay tuned. Okay, let's quickly jump to Lightroom. First trick is using your GPU better and managing your caches. Let's first deal with GPU. Go to Lightroom, Preference, under Preference, Performance. So you see that under Performance, the graphic use of processor is auto. So when you first install Lightroom, Lightroom will keep the graphic processor on auto. What you can do is go to Custom. Under Custom, use it for display and also for image processing. I'm hoping that you're using Lightroom 5 and above. So that way it will use the full potential of your graphic card. Okay. That being said, I always keep it on auto because I let Lightroom decide for me whether I need that kind of performance or not. Most of the time when I'm using it for tagging or if I'm selecting images, I don't need to use the processor, so I let Lightroom decide it for me. The second thing I want you to do is increasing the maximum size of caches. Okay, you can do it up till 100 GB. What I do is I keep it on 20 GB. Why? Because I don't have that many images coming at one time, so I shoot on studio on average 1000 to 2000 images. I don't need that much of caches. But let's say if you have a lot of images, okay, coming in, if you are a fashion photographer, if you are a wedding photographer, if you are a travel photographer, and you need a lot of caches, and if your computer is getting slow, I recommend you to go for 100 GB in this part. Second trick is making a new catalog and using a faster storage for your Lightroom. Lightroom always suggests to use single catalog for all your work and leisure purposes. What I have experienced is that making a new catalog for all your work and personal projects, okay, is much faster way, okay, to deal with it. That way, your Lightroom catalog is not going to be huge. Also, it's the new updates and bug removal will not be applied on the old catalog. That way, your catalog will always be optimized. The new catalog will always be optimized. And you will not have to deal with a huge catalog on your computer. If you still prefer to put everything under one catalog, okay, here's a small trick you can use. Go to Files, Optimize Catalog, and under Optimize Catalog, just optimize your catalog. This didn't take a lot of time, but if your catalog is long, then it's going to take some time. But that will optimize your catalog and make your Lightroom work much faster. Also, always use a faster storage system when you're editing your images. Let's say I'm editing right now these images. I'm going to put them on my SSD. That way I'm going to get much better response. Trick number 3 is choosing a correct build preview. Okay, let's say you have a new catalog. Let's get some photo on. Just drag, drop. Building a correct preview is the most crucial thing in Lightroom. You need to understand if you are selecting it, then you are going for minimal and embedded sidecar. If you are just doing it for a leisure purpose, just to view a leisure purpose, then you are going for standard. And if you're doing it for editing and editing online, then smart preview. And one by one. So understanding what preview you are using, okay, is going to make your Lightroom work much faster. If you want to understand build preview in more detail, you can check out my another video in the description below. Okay, so let's say you're ready with your correct build preview. Your Lightroom is ready to work seamlessly. Trick number 4 is using a preset while importing. You have to do a little pre-work for this, but it's such a blessing, you will always love it. So go to your image, okay, whatever image you generally work on, okay, do your setting. Let's say we'll reduce a light just a little, okay, remove the highlights.
I'm not going to increase the exposure.
Put it my camera on landscape color, I put some texture, remove some shadows. These are the things you do it all the time, so you have like a kind of set amount of things you do it, okay. You go for transforms, any effects you want to put, all the time you put it, all these. Correct. So after you do all these settings, okay, you simply have to do a thing, is to create a preset. I have a lots of them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new preset, okay. Just go to preset, create a preset, and let's name this set 25, okay. This is a user defined preset, okay, and let's select all of this, and it will create a preset in your user defined portfolio. You can go to your user preset and you see there's a preset number 25. So let's get back to our import. So when you are in import, all you have to do is development setting all the way down to your preset. It is taking a lot of time for me, but not for you. Just set number 25. Do you see it? Set number 25 will be here. If you are building a preview of 1x1 with a smart preview, okay, and with a development setting of 25, okay, your computer will take some time. So grab a coffee till then. Trick number 5 is metadata and keyword. I know you're already telling me that how can metadata and keyword is going to make your Lightroom work faster, but this is about making your workflow faster, make your image communicate with Google much faster, okay. So when you put a correct metadata and keyword, what is going to happen is it's going to be seamless when you are uploading them on Instagram or your website or any social media platform. So let's quickly get them right, okay. All you have to do is from none, you have to create a preset, okay. You have to put the set name, whatever you want to put, your website, your personal details in it, also the detail of your copyright if you have, okay. I have my copyrighted, okay, so all the copyright details. Also you want to make sure that you put numbers and your email ID correctly. That way if somebody want to connect with you, okay, while looking at your images, they can always get connected. Doing this correct, and your keywords, you can add your keyword, whatever keyword you feel which is good for your images, okay, for future purposes, you can add them. You just have to add them once, and every time you import all your images, okay, the keyword and the preset of metadata will be applied. So while you're importing your images, it is very important to know what file handling system, that is build preview, okay, your preset, and also your metadata and keyword all combined together, okay, will make your Lightroom work beautifully. Trick number 6 is selecting your images by rating or flagging them. So let's say we have 200 images right now, okay. Let's select few of them. Let's select 3-star, 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 okay, 3-star, 3-star. I'm just randomly selecting right now. You can do it obviously a much better job while you are selecting your images, okay. Now you see there is a slight lag which is happening right now, okay. That is because of the number of images, okay. So when you remove all the number, you remove the extra numbers, okay. Now we have 11 images. It's going to obviously load much faster because the size and the number of image. Trick number 7 is using survey mode.
So let's say that you have reduced the number of images from 200 to 24, but you're still confused and you're not sure to go to development mode just yet. What you can do is you can select any 5 or 6 images. You can select 2, 3 also. I would select 6 images for now, okay, by holding shift or control or command in Mac, okay, and press N. By pressing N, you will start survey mode, okay. Now what you can do is the images you don't want, okay, click on it and press / or you can just remove it from the selection. Now I will keep removing the images which I don't want, okay. Let's say finally I want these 3 images. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a higher star. So you can see that there are higher star, okay, in all 3 images now. Now simply with this, now I have 3 images further selected.
Before I give you the final workflow, if any of the tricks is being useful to you, give us a like. Also, if you want to see these kind of video, subscribe to my channel and get notified by pressing the bell icon. And if you have any of the comments, if you have any question or suggestion, please put it in the comments. Let's get back to it. Let's quickly jump back to Lightroom, okay, and get some images on it, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the images, going to get it on Lightroom. So you can already see there are 200 images. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a preview which is minimal, okay. I'm not going to build a smart preview. I'm not going to do any development setting and not even metadata for right now, okay. I'm going to import these. It will take less than a second to upload. See, quickly all the images are here. Now what I'm going to do is, it's a smart thing, what I always do. I'm going to select all images and I'm going to rate them 1, okay. If I rate them 1 and if I open the rating 1 filter, okay, now if I select any image which I don't want and rate them 0, Lightroom will quickly start removing those images, okay. So the images I don't think I'm going to use, the images with hand or images which is black, or there are focus issue I can see already.
So I will remove all of that.
Now after you're done with the first selection, okay, now you have to do the proper selection. So all you have to do is just zoom in a bit, okay, and now I'm going to select the proper images which I want. So just randomly taking the first 35 right now, okay, for selection, okay. So let me get them into start 2, okay. Now I have reduced the number from 200 to say 35. Now I'm going to use the tool which I have shown you, which is survey mode. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take all the images which is maybe not in the right angle. I'm just going to correct them. See, this all is happening fast because we are at a minimal preview right now, okay. So always use minimal while selecting and doing these small settings. So that way you are going to have less data to work and your Lightroom will obviously work much faster than usual. So now you can already see that I have only 35 images. Now what I'm going to do is select maybe these 5 images, 4 images, okay, and going to go to survey mode, remove the images which I don't want by just clicking on them and pressing /, okay, and upgrading the images which I want to edit later. So these 5 images, I don't want this image and I don't want this image, okay. So now I am sure that all these 6 images I want to edit for better, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these images, okay, and put them into a quick collection, okay. Putting them in a quick collection, what will we do is now we will name this quick collection. Okay, so let's create a quick collection. Let's name it as YouTube collection. Okay, let's create it. Now we have 6 images in quick collection. After you are ready with your quick collection, I know a lot of people would say that you don't need an extra catalog just for this thing, but trust me, when you do this, okay, your 20 images will have all the data and all the files power. You can choose to have only one catalog, but I prefer to have 2 catalogs. So a proper catalog for all the images, all the 10,000, 1,000 or 5,000 images, and a proper catalog just for the edited images I want. Okay, I don't do it for all my shoots, but the shoots I want to do a lot of editing, I prefer to get a collection catalog. This is how you make it. Go to export as catalog. I'm going to make a file named test2. Now, when you have only 6 images to work with, or only 20 images to work with, or at least you have 50 images to work with, okay, your Lightroom catalog is very light for your computer to handle. Okay, so now quickly what you can do is select all the 6 images, okay, and build a preview. Okay, build a new preview by just going to help and build a preview. See, so here I can build a one-to-one preview for all the images. Also, I'm going to build a preview with a smart preview with it. It will take less than a minute, and all the images will have a one-to-one preview and a smart preview. Now you can remove your hard disk also and edit everything in your computer. You don't need your hard drive, you don't need anything. Your PC will work, or your Mac will work much faster, okay, by just loading them, and editing them is going to be seamless. So after you're done with building your one-to-one preview and smart preview, now you can quickly go to your library mode, okay, apply your basic metadata. That will also apply your keywords, okay, and final thing you can do, just go to your development mode and quickly apply the preset you have made, okay, on all the images. This way your images will be ready in less than 10 minutes. All the images, all the time will be only taken in the selection of the images. The processing of the computer will be much lesser, and your Lightroom will work much faster than usual. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. A very important thought though, we are not saving the nature. Nature is saving us. See you in the next one.